your dealings with Boeing, Bob, over the years, your experience and what you think changed in the last decade or so?
Well, I wish I knew the answer to that, and I suspect Dave Calhoun wishes he knows the whole answer as well. During the time that I dealt with Boeing, they were a very reliable supplier. They built great airplanes, and they did a great job servicing those airplanes. And in every case where we had any kind of a disagreement or problem, they stepped up and were very responsive. So our experience with Boeing, my experience with Boeing, has been that it's a great company. And of course, everybody in America is worried about what happened. And the airlines, the people that are running the airlines these days, the CEOs of the major carriers, are going to meet this week with members of the board of Boeing. And that's an extraordinary thing that has not happened in years past. And it's a reflection of how serious the carriers in this country regard this problem.
Bob, as a customer, what choice do you have but to stick with Boeing? Can you help us understand the decision in front of you when you were CEO to go between, say, Boeing or an Airbus? What's the choice you've got to make? What do you look for?
Well, look, nobody wants to be subject to a monopoly provider. So what you look for in airplanes are certainly reliability. Safety has always been table stakes in the manufacturing of airplanes. So no airline ever wants to have an accident, and for the most part, U.S. aviation has built an extraordinary safety record. And so when you're looking at Airbus and Boeing as to purchasing airplanes, what you try to do is you try to find the best quality, the best price, the best operating costs. And when possible, you buy, if you're a big enough airline so that you can tolerate the costs of operating multiple fleets, you try to use the competition between those two manufacturers to sustain your own cost per aircraft or cost per available seat mile, and by competing them against one another. And that's what everybody wants. But table stakes, as I say, safety at table stakes. So without an absolute reputation for safety and consistency, you simply can't compete. And that's why everybody's worried about Boeing. We've got to get Boeing back to the point where it produces an impeccable product.